Hello and welcome to Headline, the channel where we take complex topics, current affairs, all sorts of things, and really try to break them down for you. I'm Sam.
And I'm Jamie. It's great to be diving into today's topic, Sam.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you noticed just out in the world how different job searching and hiring feel lately?
Oh, definitely.
It's like the old ways, the paths we sort of expected, they just seem to be changing, almost dissolving.
Yeah, the ground is definitely shifting.
So today on our deep dive, we're tackling that head on, this huge transformation happening everywhere. The rise of what you can actually do over, where you went to school. Is that college degree still the gold standard? Or is something else, like practical skills, becoming the real career currency?
That's the core question, isn't it?
Exactly. We want to unpack why this is happening, what it means for employers looking for talent, and crucially, what it means for you trying to navigate your career in this evolving landscape.
Yeah, it impacts everyone.
So let's get into it. That traditional question, are you graduated? It really feels like it's morphing into, okay, but what can you do?
It's fundamental, not just a trend. It's a whole new way of looking at professional value.
And the numbers, Jamie, the data backing this up is, well, it's pretty stark, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. They really paint a vivid picture. I mean, get this. ADP found that companies hiring based on skills, not just degrees, report fewer hiring mistakes.
Fewer mistakes, okay? How much fewer?
90% fewer.
Mind, that's massive. Almost wiping out bad hires.
It's huge. But wait, there's more.
Go on.
94% of those same companies, they find that the people they hire based on skills actually outperform the ones hired just based on their degrees.
Wow. Outperform. So it's not just about avoiding mistakes. It's about getting, better results.
Exactly. Better results, higher productivity, probably a better fit overall. It suggests a more precise match between the person and the actual demands of the job.
What do you think is behind that outperformance? Is it just fit, or is there something else about these skills-first hires?
Well, I think it's a few things. Often, this approach finds talent that maybe didn't follow the typical four-year degree path, but they have incredible practical skills, great problem-solving abilities.
Right. Maybe they learned by doing.
Precisely. And they're often super motivated, eager to prove themselves because their path was always about direct application, not just theory.
That makes sense. And this isn't just one study saying this, right?
No, not at all. Look at LinkedIn's Global Talent Trends Report for 2025. 62% of companies globally have already removed degree requirements from job postings.
Over half. So chances are when you look at a job ad now, it might not even mention a degree.
That's increasingly the case. And it's not just for entry-level jobs. Harvard Business School data shows 70% of U.S. job postings for middle skill roles now prioritize skills.
Middle skills roles too.
Oh! And looking ahead, Gartner projects that by 2026, that's really soon, 90% of global organizations will be using skills-first hiring.
90%. So this is basically the direction everything's heading. It's not an if, it's a when.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's becoming the standard. And what's really fascinating here is how all the reasons why are sort of connected, creating this perfect storm for this shift.
It feels like it has to be more than just companies deciding to change, right? Like an economic necessity.
Absolutely. A huge driver is the skills gap. We hear about it all the time. That McKinsey survey found 87% of employers are already struggling with skill gaps or expect to within 5 years.
87%. So they literally can't find the people with the right skills through the old methods.
Exactly. Technology, especially, AI, cyber, cloud, it's changing so fast. The skills needed evolve quicker than traditional university courses can adapt. A degree from 4 years ago might not cover today's crucial tech.
So the degree alone just isn't a guarantee anymore.
Right. And then you layer on the huge rise in remote work.
Yeah. That changed everything.
Didn't it? When your team's spread out, you need people with demonstrable skills. Working independently, being comfortable with digital tools, communicating clearly across time zones.
You can't just rely on seeing someone at their desk.
Precisely. And even managers need new skills, building trust remotely, measuring outcomes, not just clocking hours.
It really forces a focus on tangible results.
It does. And that focus partly explains the explosion of things like micro-credentials and boot camps. These fast, focused certifications from Google, AWS, Coursera, Salesforce. They're becoming really valuable.
Like mini degrees, almost, but
Yeah.
faster and more specific.
Kind of, yeah. IBM's data even suggests certified candidates are 30% more likely to get hired
30%?
and 50% more likely to get promoted later on. So these aren't just nice-to-haves anymore. They're becoming real qualifications.
That's a massive boost for those alternative routes. Does this shift also help with making things fairer, like inclusion?
Oh, definitely, Sam. That's a huge benefit.
Mhm.
Skills-first hiring opens the door much wider. Think about it. There are around 70 million Americans who are skilled through alternative routes. They call them STARs.
Stars.
Skilled through alternative routes. Historically, they might get filtered out just because they don't have that specific degree. Removing that barrier taps into a massive pool of talent and makes the workforce much more equitable, more diverse.
So it's good for individuals and good for business finding talent.
It's a win-win. And then, of course, there's the elephant in the room, AI.
Right. AI is changing everything. How is it impacting hiring specifically?
Well, it's not just changing the skills we need, it's actually rewriting the hiring process itself.
How so?
AI tools like HireVue or Eightfold AI, they can now evaluate capabilities directly, not just look at credentials on a resume. Deloitte found 83% of companies using AI in hiring are prioritizing job-related skills.
So the tech is actually enabling this skills-first shift.
Exactly. It makes it possible to assess skills effectively, even at a huge scale.
Okay, so here's where it gets really interesting for you, the listener. AI isn't just changing how companies hire.
It's changing what jobs even exist.
Let's break that down. First, for employers, how is AI streamlining things?
Well, these AI systems are amazing at processing vast amounts of data. Resumes, online portfolios, even social media profiles. They use things like natural language processing, NLP, and machine learning, ML, to match skills to job requirements way faster than a human could.
So it sorts through the noise.
Right, and it can even create skills tests or conduct automated initial interviews. This frees up the human recruiters to focus on the more human parts of the process, like the final interviews, really getting to know the candidate, nurturing talent.
Makes sense. More efficiency on their end. But what about for us, the job applicants? How does AI help someone looking for a job?
Good question. There are AI tools out there now, from places like Indeed or VMock, that help you optimize your resume. They make sure you've got the right keywords so you get past those initial AI screenings.
Playing the AI game a bit.
A little bit, yeah. But also, they can help you identify transferable skills. Skills you have from past experiences that you might not even realize are relevant to a new role.
Okay, give me an example. What's a surprising transferable skill AI might spot?
Okay, think about a chef.
Okay, cooking, managing a kitchen.
Right, but AI might analyze that experience and highlight skills like supervising a large team under intense pressure, managing inventory with tight margins, rapid problem solving.
Skills that could apply way outside a kitchen.
Exactly. Maybe in logistics, project management, operations, AI helps you see and articulate that value beyond just the job title chef.
That's really powerful. Okay, so AI changes hiring, helps applicants. But you also mentioned it's creating new jobs, not just taking them away.
Absolutely. That narrative of just job displacement is too simplistic. Projections suggest AI could actually create around 2.3 million net new job openings by 2030.
Net new. Wow. What kinds of jobs?
We're seeing entirely new roles pop up. For instance, AI trainers.
Trainers, what do they train?
They teach AI systems, like Alexa or chatbots, to better understand human nuances, emotions, sarcasm, tone, basically helping AI become less robotic and more intuitive.
So teaching AI people skills. That's fascinating. What else?
Then you have explainers.
Yeah.
These are people who bridge the gap between the super technical AI stuff and, say, business leaders who need to understand it to make decisions. They translate the complexity.
Making AI transparent. Crucial.
Yeah, very. And finally, sustainers. These roles focus on the ethical implications, the economic impact of AI systems. They manage the performance, ensuring AI is used responsibly and fairly.
Wow. Trainers, explainers, sustainers, those definitely sound like jobs for humans.
Exactly. They require critical thinking, ethics, communication skills AI doesn't have, which brings us to a really important point.
Which is?
If you connect all these dots, it becomes crystal clear.
Yeah.
Human skills, especially those soft, or as some call them, transversal skills, they become even more critical in an AI world.
I mean, things like critical thinking, communication, teamwork, problem solving, the stuff that's hard to quantify.
Precisely. AI can handle routine tasks, analyze data at lightning speed, but it can't replicate human creativity, empathy, strategic thinking, or complex collaboration. These transversal skills are what allow us to work with AI effectively, adapt to new tech, and keep learning.
So tech skills are important, but these human skills are the differentiator.
Increasingly, yes, which means organizations have to invest in upskilling, improving the skills people already have, and reskilling, teaching them entirely new skills for new roles. Workforce agility depends on it.
Upskilling and reskilling feels like that's becoming non-negotiable for companies. And for individuals too, right? We all need to keep learning.
Absolutely. It's a mandate now. Companies need tailored training, modern learning platforms, e-learning, VR, you name it. And crucially, they need to build a culture where continuous learning is just normal, expected.
Are there hurdles to that?
Oh, sure. Cost is always a factor, finding the time, sometimes even employee resistance to change. It's not always easy.
But it's good to hear there's also policy support starting to emerge. Governments are getting involved.
Yes, that's encouraging. The U.S. government, for example, has looked at federal job requirements, trying to reduce the emphasis on degrees. States like Arkansas are pushing skills training. There's even talk in Congress about making upskilling more affordable for individuals.
So it's being recognized at multiple levels.
Right. It signals a broad understanding that this skills-based future needs support.
Okay, Jamie, so let's bring this back to the listener. What does all this mean for you? It sounds like the whole playing field is changing, but that means new kinds of opportunities are opening up, right, if you know where to look.
Exactly. And we're seeing major companies really lean into this. They're leading the charge.
Like who? Give us some examples.
Well, Google is a big one. Lots of their jobs don't require degrees anymore. It's about skills, experience. They even created their own Google career certificates.
I've heard of those. Are they actually leading to jobs?
Apparently so. Over 100,000 grads from those programs have landed jobs at Google and other top companies. It's a direct skills-to-job pathway.
Okay, who else?
IBM, half of their U.S. roles don't require degrees now. And get this, they saw a 28% increase in workforce diversity in just 2 years after making that shift.
Wow, 28% increase in diversity. That's significant.
Huge. And Delta Airlines. They dropped the degree requirement for pilots back in 2022.
For pilots? Really?
Yep. And by 2024, they saw a 37% jump in internal promotions and better retention. So these companies aren't just doing it philosophically, they're seeing real business benefits.
Okay, those are the big names. But it's not just Fortune 500s, right? We've heard some amazing, almost unexpected, high-paying career paths from listeners that don't need that traditional degree.
Oh, absolutely. Some really eye-opening examples, things often overlooked.
Like what?
Okay, healthcare. Dental hygienist, usually an associate's degree in the Pacific Northwest. Starting pay can be over $100,000.
$100K with an associate's. That's a great return.
Definitely. Or skilled trades. We heard about a garage door repair tech, 12 weeks of paid training, maybe $300 for tools, making around $100,000 a year.
Oh.
Or a journeyman electrician, often making over $100 for standard 40-hour week. And lots of places offer free training for these trades because they're so essential.
Essential skills, consistent demand. Makes sense.
Then there's air traffic controller. Paid training, no degree needed usually, mandatory retirement at 56 with a pension. Certified controllers making anywhere from, say, $70 up to $150K.
That's a solid career path with built-in benefits.
Totally. And for tech-minded folks who maybe don't want the full CS degree, a GIS certificate, Geographic Information Systems, that can lead to jobs starting $60K, $70K, going up to $120 BM plus with experience. Lots of remote options too.
GIS, okay. And software engineering, still possible without a degree.
Very much so. Lots of self-taught engineers, boot camps, grads. Entry-level 9,800 to 5K isn't unusual, and senior roles can hit 250K or more. It's about proving you can code and solve problems.
Skills again.
Always skills. Or something like Salesforce certification, costs maybe $2,000, can get you into jobs starting 60K, 80Ks with good growth potential.
That's a relatively small investment for that kind of starting salary.
Right. We also heard about an echocardiogram technician. Associate's degree, maybe a year of experience, making 89Ks in the Pacific Northwest. And maybe the most surprising one.
Go on.
A machinist. High school degree only. Working at a smaller company with an employee stock ownership plan, an ESOP, earning $300,000 a year through wages, bonuses, and company shares.
$300,000 as a machinist.
With the right company structure and valuing his skills, yes. These aren't just anecdotes. They show high-value careers exist outside the traditional degree path.
Okay, Jamie, let's tie this all together. What's the big takeaway for everyone listening?
I think the main thing is this. The future of work is skills-based. That's undeniable now.
So degrees are worthless.
No, not worthless. They absolutely still hold value, especially in certain fields like medicine, law, academia, where they're often required. But they're no longer the only path, or always the best path. Demonstrable abilities, practical skills, and a commitment to keep learning that's becoming the real career currency.
And this shift, it's beneficial all around.
It seems to be. For companies, it means a wider talent pool, faster hiring, maybe better performance, people sticking around longer. For individuals like you listening, it means more pathways open up. You can build a great career, potentially without the huge time and debt of a 4-year degree, if you focus on building and showing those in-demand skills.
Right. So, as we wrap up, here's something to think about, a final provocative thought. Moving forward in this skills-first world, how will you actively show what you can do? Not just list where you studied, but demonstrate your capabilities.
Yeah, what specific skill are you going to focus on cultivating next? How will you make it visible?
Building that portfolio of proof, not just credentials.
Exactly. Be proactive.
Well, if you found this deep dive valuable, please do share it with someone else who might benefit.
And definitely leave us a review. Let us know what other complex topics you'd like us to tackle here on Headline.
Thanks so much for tuning in to The Deep Dive.